DOJ acknowledged 2 out of 4 FISA warrants to monitor Carter Page were invalid. This just comes from January 24th, this morning, 8:29 a.m. The Department of Justice admitted in December that two of the 4 of the FBI's 4 surveillance warrants were electronically monitor the ex-Trump campaign advisor Carter Page were invalid, according to a declassified Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court published on Thursday. James Boasberg, a presiding judge of the U.S. FISA court, wrote in January 7th that the DOJ had assessed in its filings to the court last month that, if not earlier, that there was significant predication to establish probable cause to believe that Carter Page was acting as an agent of a foreign power in the FBI's investigation into the Trump campaign and Russia. Therefore, Boasberg wrote, the court understands the government to have concluded, in a view of material misstatements and omissions, that the court's authorizations in docket number 17-375 and 17-679 were not valid, referring to 2 of the FISA warrants. DOJ Inspector General Michael Horowitz found in December that while the FBI did not launch its Trump-Russia probe and monitor Page out of political bias against President Donald Trump, the agency made many basic and fundamental errors in the FISA application process. So here are the actual docs. I kind of went over them yesterday a little bit, but January 7th, this was filed in the FISA court. It's unclassified at this point. It's regarding Carter Page, and you can look at this. I'll leave the links below. But by January, we go to 1 down here. By January 28th of 2020, the government shall make a written submission regarding the FBI's handling of information obtained pursuant to the above captioned dockets. The submission shall include, they want a detailed description of the steps taken or to be taken to restrict access to such information in unminimized form. All kinds of things are wanting a detailed description of the steps taken or to be taken to restrict access. This is going to be for the future and how they handle things, but it looks like there's going to be some serious things coming down here. Hold on, let me go back to that. All right. So in order to by January 20th, we went over that, a detailed description of the steps taken or to be taken to restrict access to such information is in unminimized form, including how many personnel have access, and for what purposes they may examine or retrieve it. A detailed description of the steps taken or to be taken to restrict access to such information in any other form, including information that may have been disclosed or disseminated to DOJ prosecutors or other persons outside of the FBI. To the extent applicable, a timetable for completing any such steps that have not yet been completed. Explanations of the further review of the OIG report and related investigations and any litigation that are referred to in the December 9, 2019 letter as requiring retention as of such information, including copies of any orders or other courts relating to preservation of access to such information. An explanation of why the retention of such information in the manner intended by the government and the contemplated use of disclosure of it comport with above referenced provisions. Number 2, in order to facilitate consideration of whether the court should publish this order pursuant to the FISA Rule of Procedure 62A, the government shall, by January 21st, 2020, complete a declassification review of this order and submit a copy of such order with any redactions it would propose in the event of publication. So here's a signature. It's been unclassified. So Title I of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, coded as amended 50 U.S.C. 1801 through 1813, governs electronic surveillance conducted for foreign intelligence purposes. It requires minimization procedures that are reasonably designed to minimize the acquisition and retention and prohibit dissemination of non-public available information concerning unconsenting United States persons, consistent with the need of the United States to obtain, produce, or disseminate foreign intelligence information. Now, we know that these names were leaked. Everything they're doing here is supposed to be held to the highest standards and kept under wraps, but yet names leaked, the way they were accessing the databases to look at people and unmasking. All right, unmasking itself is illegal. They were doing it for political purposes, folks, and that's just the start of it all. So we got 2 out of 4 that we know are now deemed illegal. So we'll go to Fox News just to kind of look. Is 19 hours ago, last updated 8 hours ago. Carter Page FISA warrant lacked probable cause. DOJ admits in declassified assessment. So we know at least 2 of the 4 FBI surveillance applications to secretly monitor former Trump campaign advisor Carter Page lacked probable cause. All right, that was plain. So, and we know that Carter Page worked for the CIA. And the FBI knew that from their own court cases in 2013, well before the 2016 election. So in 13, they tried, hemmed him up in some other totally not related case with Russians. You can do your digging into that. I've done videos on it. So Carter Page, retired Navy, worked for the CIA for 13, 15 years as a contractor for Russia. Anytime they needed somebody to go in or something, and they knew that. They decided to hide it and actually destroy or make up evidence to go along with their own narrative. Like, we just don't like that this guy works for the CIA. It really screws us over on our mission. So let's just omit that. Otherwise, we have to shut this down. I mean, what more do you need? All right, I just want to do a quick little update here on this. This is huge. It's another step in the right direction. See if things happen and what comes out of it for the justice end of it. But at least it's in the public view. Things are not all, this could have went the other way. Oh, it was all justified. That would be bad. All right, again, I'm Mike. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you. And we'll see you back here on the next Patriot Hour update video. Make sure you are subscribed.